Hey guys, HW, back with another vid. Just exited Central Station in Sydney. There's a train going across the bridge over there now, heading into the station. We're looking down onto Eddy Avenue, and over that way where you can see the lovely blue sky is Surrey Hills and Darlinghurst. And back this way we start to get some of the buildings at the bottom of Pitt Street in the city. Haymarket over that way, Broadway that way, and the lovely cocktail outside Central Station. It's my bottle of water there. What I'm planning to do today is I'm going to head down Pitt Street and I'm going to head to a boutique hotel called the Margot. And I saw online, as I was thinking about heading there for a nectar, that the nightly fees currently in Sydney, being May, is $329 for a basic room per night. It's got all the facilities, 24-hour hotel, 24-hour desk, and swimming pool and gym and all that sort of stuff. Everything you need, and a delightful restaurant down below. So we'll check it out in a minute. The temperature today, it's 20 degrees Celsius. So as I said, it's a beautiful, did I say it? Well, I'll say it now. It's a beautiful clear day in Sydney. So you see the beautiful clear blue sky. It is autumn, so the temperature's starting to drop a bit. It's 20 degrees Celsius. The wind's from the south at 17 kilometres an hour. 20 degrees Celsius, of course, is 68 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe. So let's head off on a walk. Now, how am I going to carry my water bottle and film at the same time? Okay, I've got to think about this. I just have to hold it in my armpit. Now, how are we going to get across here? There's a train coming. I just cross over the light rail line. It's a bit later in the day, so we'll be having an afternoon coffee today, as opposed to the usual lunchtime coffee or morning coffee. There's a bin chicken there. Look, I wonder what he's getting a hold of. There's a Belmore Park in there. There's a few more bin chickens in there. As we hear the crows starting to crow off. So here you can see these trees here are starting to get their leaves are starting to brown over. So obviously imported European trees, because Australian trees don't drop their leaves. Or I think there's only one native tree that drops its leaves. All the others retain their leaves. So what's the word? I think it's deciduous. If the trees are deciduous, they drop their leaves. Well, the Australian ones aren't. So when you come to Australia, no matter what season you come, there's always greenery around. But these, I assume these are probably fig trees. These are imported, so the leaves are starting to brown over for autumn. Sun coming through the trees there. It's a nice view. There's a good sized tree here as well. And I think these things here, see this spike here? You'll see the red flower up the top. I believe that's a Guyamea lily, I think. When I was a kid, I used to think they were waratahs, but waratahs are a bit smaller than that. As we cross over the Pitt Street, sorry, oh, I don't know what street I'm in. I think it's Hay Street. If we cross over Hay Street and Pitt Street, I might switch off the camera just quickly. That's the back of the Capitol Theatre over there. I'll switch off and then I'll switch back on when I get over to Pitt Street. Alright, we're going to walk over this side of the street today, or this side of Pitt Street. Let's have a quick look inside the Chamberlain Hotel. One lonely drinker in there this time of the day. Oh, let's hold this door open for this guy.
Yeah, mate.
That's that backpacker accommodation up the top that I've filmed before. Just helping that lad in there. Look at this hotel here. They've got an old Vespa in the window. I don't know whether you can see that. Maybe the reflection's hiding it. Filmed that set of shops and backpackers before when I've walked up here. Yes, we've got the green light. Just crossing over Goulburn Street. There's World Square over there. Just passed by the Civic Hotel and Ibis Hotel. Looks like the manager's getting ready to book some guests in over there. He's busy on the phone. That's the Ibis. Wow, they have people spruiking out the front to try to get you in for a massage. Look at this little laneway. Wonder where this goes. Sorry, for Steve over in America, I should call it an alleyway. I'm in the alleyway, Steve. So, it doesn't really go anywhere. Let's jump down here, action shot. Christ. Almost periscoped my legs there. There's a few people still getting around down here, making their way back from lunch. All the times I've come up Pitt Street and crossed over Liverpool Street, I've never noticed that bloody clock up there on that building. Well, not that I can remember anyway. You'll probably prove me wrong in one of my vids, but yeah, it's a cool little clock on that. And it's called Phase. I'll have to look up in the history books and see what the significance of that is. It must have been another department store or something. Off in the distance I can see the hotel that we're heading to. It's this one here, I'll point to it. That one there with the trees on top. That's where we're headed. There's a giant serving Vietnamese soup over there. Bit of pho. This cheeky little pastry shop here, it's popular. All lined up enjoying their desserts. What's going on here? The ghost is going to book these motorcyclists by the look of it. He's got one of them for parking outside the signed area, I'd say. Right next to the Margot Hotel where we're headed, have a look at this residential tower here, is the Century Tower. Certainly got some height on it. Little cheeky little bottle shop next door. I think you guys overseas either call it a liquor store or in the UK an off license, right? Absolutely stinging for this nectar. So I hope the coffee shop's open in the Margot. There's down the laneway here, there's the Hoyt Cinema, or the event cinemas, used to be Hoyt's. You can see that NT logo. Here's another apartment on this side of the street. Another apartment building. Take note, city planners, that's the future for cities. Apartment towers. Ditch the office towers, replace with apartments. Bring the city back to life. Alright, here we go, Margot's. And the reason why I'm coming here is they serve Mother Sky coffee, which I like. I'll see how much I can film in here without getting yelled at. Oh, look at that old drinking bubbler there. Oh, there you go. So apparently this building used to house Sydney Water. The bureaucrats from Sydney Water. All right, this is one of the entrances into the Margot Hotel. Let's go through here quickly. So it's listed as a 5-star Art Deco hotel. So it's got some nice vibes about it. Sort of music playing, so I might see if I can get a coffee and then I'll film back then. See you soon. Alright, the nectar has arrived. Look at that delicious flat white, and it came from that Margot Pantry's Mother Sky machine over there. Look at this delightful bar over here. I bet you can get some delightful cocktails there. Alright, let me enjoy this nectar and then we'll start the vid again when I come outside. Alright, finished the nectar. Let's take these doors out onto Bathurst Street. There's another entrance into the hotel here. That was a true delight, that Margot Hotel. I had a look at the cocktail menu while I was in there. Next time I'm in the city in the evening, I think I'm going to drop in there for a cocktail. I only like the cocktails usually the cocktails that have vodka, either vodka or gin in them. They had a vodka cocktail on there that looked interesting. It was called the Pink Elephant. Might snag myself one of those. Put my sunglasses on. Head down Bathurst Street and then we'll take a quick peek down the cinema strip, and then I'll switch off the camera just for a little bit while I take a few different angles. So I'm thinking about setting up another channel. More punters coming back from lunch. There they are, all spilled out onto George Street. It's a light rail coming up the street. They've all stuffed themselves with the junk food that's on offer down this street. KFC, McDonald's, Hungry Jack's. As we look over to Town Hall, I'll just quickly switch off here. There goes the lice. Alright, let's kick off again as the Town Hall clock chimes. 3 p.m. It would appear all the shoppers are out today. Queen Victoria building over there. quick look down Park Street. Let's go with all the dogs. There's HW's go-to if he's racing through the city, Workshop Espresso. Give you a view of the QVB as we walk down George Street. Yeah, lots of people with shopping bags. Are there end of year sales on at the moment, guys? End of Australian financial year sales, that is. Just passing by the Hilton Hotel. See if I can get a look up the tower for you. There's a Hilton Hotel. Try to get up the top. There you go. Oh, look, there's Mick Simmons Sport. That's been there since day dot. Been in there plenty of times, searching for jackets and football jerseys in my time. Oh, let's have a quick look. Look at that, delightful bunnies jumper right up the back. I don't know whether you can see it. Got the old retro Smith's Crisps jumper. That lady looks like she's keen on buying one of those kids' scooters. She almost tripped me over. I'm down at Market Street. Head down Market Street and I'll show you this retro coffee shop down here. Yeah, this coffee shop here next to the State Theatre is a delight. It's called the Parlour. I wonder if it's open, we'll see. Oh, looks like it might be closed for the day. Oh no, it's still open. Go in there, hey. There you go, look at that. Look at that retro coffee shop. Or cafe. Restaurant. Look at those stools there. So we'll have to come in here one day for a nectar as well. So right next to the State Theatre, they've got some of the costumes from some of the productions in the display windows. There's the State Theatre in here. Dylan Moran playing in there. I don't know who that is. Oh, here we go. Let's find out. Oh yeah, I recognise that guy's Mush. Is he, he's Irish, isn't he? He's like a comedian. I could be wrong, but I've definitely seen him on the TV before. July 4th Centrepoint Tower piercing the sky. It used to have a giant Westfield logo on the top of it. Thank goodness I think they've taken it away. It was an eyesore. Having the Westfield on the building here's enough. Didn't need to stick it up the top of the bloody tower as well. Yeah, plenty of punters around shopping still. If we look down the Pitt Street Mall, look at them. Can't wait to empty their wallets into the stores. Might take a shot over here as well. Just stepped into the Piccadilly Arcade to water the horses, so I thought while I'm in here I might as well give you a quick look. This is the famous Palace Chinese restaurant, which is inside Piccadilly Arcade. Faces onto Pitt Street on that side over there, but it's a place where a lot of Sydney-siders come for yum cha or dim sum, whatever part of China you're from, or decide what you call it. But yeah, it's also a popular place, it used to be a popular place for office workers to come and eat at lunchtime. Most of the places are closed down now because it's starting to get later in the afternoon. Now, this is the Piccadilly Arcade. Traditionally, back in the old days, used to be full of jewellery stores and gold merchants. I don't know whether it still is. It doesn't look like it. Some Ugg boots. You need them in Sydney now. It's starting to get cooler. Let's try again and get across the road and try to make a little film for the next channel that I'm going to set up. And then we'll walk through the Pitt Street Mall, down George Street, and then I'll jump back on the Iron Horse back home. Alright, let's get going. Let's check out all of the crazy shoppers in the Pitt Street Arcade or the Pitt Street Mall. In the video Underground Sydney, I filmed inside one of the tunnels there. So there is two tunnels, just reconfirming that. There and one above. Takes you between Maya there and David Jones on the Westfield side over here. You cameramen getting set up here, getting shots. Don't know what they're taking shots of. Maybe they're filming the shoppers as well. I knew Tuesday was a quiet day for shopping, but it seems Wednesday's the day that it takes off. Oh, what's all this music? I'll show you a cheeky way to get from outside the Strand almost up to the top of the Westfield. Come here to this JB Hi-Fi sign, and it's listed as Babylon, and get up this escalator. It's a quick wormhole to get you up the top. Delightful sound on the escalator, not? It's a decent sized escalator anyway. And it basically takes you to the start of the food court. Look at the wood fire pizza oven starting to crank up there for the evening. Some more food court action over there. I'm not going to walk through the food court. Some more food court action up here as well. There's a grilled burgers over there and a Chat Thai restaurant. Now what I wanted to show you is a couple of things. One, this one here, it's another place to have yum cha. In Sydney, Sky Phoenix, much bigger than the other one I just showed you before, the Chinese Palace. You come up here over lunchtime, and if you don't have a booking, you'll be lining up for a while. And then from here, there's a Max Brenner coffee and chocolate shop in there. There's the JB Hi-Fi, get all your electronics goods in there, stereos and computers and iPhones and headphones and all that sort of stuff. And here you keep going up the escalators to the top, up to level 7, and you come to the foyer of the JP Morgan Tower, and there's that coffee shop over there that HW's been to before. So that's how quick that you can escape the hordes down in the Pitt Street Mall and come to a nice quiet place. And here's Babylon, a restaurant up here. I've never been to Babylon, I have no idea what's on the menu. It's like some vegetarian food, some stuff from the ocean, and some meat. So it's titled Flora, Ocean and Fauna. And then a bit of sweet stuff and a bit of a tapas sort of style menu as well at the end. So yeah, Babylon, and the coffee shop over there, and the food arcade below. So now you know what's on offer up the top of Westfield. Let's get back down to the Pitt Street Mall. Alright, back into the Pitt Street Mall. Just passed by H&M. Let's go through the Sydney Arcade, even though there's not going to be much open in there. Let's go a different way. Just a little arcade that dog legs around between King Street and the Pitt Street Mall. Got a bit of an atrium up the top. It's Chrysler Cafe Bar here. HW used to go there sometimes in the morning before work. Grab a cheeky ham and cheese toasted sandwich and a flat white. That was a long time ago. Life was very different then. Cross over King Street. Past all of the exclusive stores on King Street. On the corner here where there's Cartier now, just here, there used to be a Coles supermarket under there. That's gone. Further down now, along underneath the old insurance building, they've put an IGA supermarket now. That's the entrance to the supermarket down there. I think that's just about going to do it for today. As we step out onto George Street here, facing the old George Place over there. Oh, let's end on the Louis Vuitton building actually. That's by this tiny little garbage truck. There it is. This is the Louis Vuitton building on the corner of George and King Street. So as we face that building that's full of a lot of expensive things, I'll say thank you for coming on the little skirt around the city today. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next vid.